Hi Libra, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Libra, this is your love reading starting today on the 14th of May and just onwards. It's for your very near future. I've started to incorporate the frequency of the number into the reading because it seems to have a good validation for everything really. 14, awesome number. Number 1 is all about new beginnings and number 4 is all about your heart center and laying a new foundation. And combining those two, we have number 5, which is all about change and life path. So beautiful beginning to this. Also 14 lately has been, I know that's not the unique frequency of the number, but it's like has been a bit colored for me over the years. And so lately, whenever 14 shows up, it's a really beautiful number. If a number can be beautiful, I think 14 is probably the most beautiful one, because it's just very delicate and generous and kind and sweet. It's a very soft energy around it. So it's really beautiful that you have it for your reading. So let's see specifically what's going on for you, Libra, for the very near future. I'm using the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue. However, it's not a typical tarot reading. So I might not use the typical, however they're being portrayed in the cards. As you might know, tarot, I'm only using the images of the cards to get my own intuition going. Libra, love story, very near future. Wow, that came out first. Libra. Okay. Oh my goodness. So we have 3 pink borders. I just want to show you immediately because we have 3 pink borders, which speaks about the romantic type of love, which is awesome for this reading. And I do apologize that the program in the program in the computer reverses the images of the cards. I know about it, but I'm keeping it in for now. So this is 2 of Ariel. So number 2 is all about conversation, communication, and relationships. So some sort of communication, some sort of conversation is going on for you guys right now. And it's the love angel that is sitting there, and we have a love border, the pink border. So it speaks about the romantic type of love. It's not like we can have soulmates, and soulmates can be friends, they can be family members, they can be somebody that's really close to us. But this is what I feel is a romantic partner. On the bottom it says it's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. So if I translate that into your love story, it just feels like this whole thing, because of the juggling act, how he is just literally standing upside down and juggling everything out, though it feels very balanced. Maybe Libra, you have a lot on your plate and a lot to deal with. But when it comes to your love story, it seems like you're able to keep the balance. We have a yin-yang situation there with that little symbol, the yin-yang symbol. And then, if you could see it, there you go. We have the infinity sign inside of that ball that's on top of that. So it's like balancing. It's both a balancing act overall, I feel. Something around your love story is a balancing act right now. You're trying to figure things out. And so that's one thing. And then the other thing is like there is a balancing happening within you between the feminine and the masculine. Like it's a I don't know how do you explain it, but there's like evening out or something like that. Like you're doing a really good job, whatever you're doing, to become really stable within yourself. And then to have that infinity sign sitting on top of that, it just shows you like, in Libra, you're like the justice system. You have the justice system built in within you. You have that sort of GPS for truth radar out at all times, and your quest here for a lot of things is to just have a fair, if for it to be fair, for you to feel balanced like this is probably heaven to you. It's heaven to most people, but really heaven to you. And also there's something to it that it's speaking about that you're in balance and that you can have that balance forevermore. There's no like other shoes gonna drop or well, I usually have this much on the plate and usually there's something that I have to deal with. I feel that the balancing act, you're doing really well, you're doing fine, and this balance that you've found or are on your way to find, you can have that forevermore. I'm not saying you can't have an off day or an off morning or something like that, but it doesn't necessarily always have to be big drama and big things that you need to solve. Maybe that's a bit of an unusual life for you, but you can have a solid, good, calm relationship where there's no fires to släcka. There's no fires to put out. There's no fires to put out. But it's just balance. And then we have the Page of Ariel, and Page for me, when the Page card comes up, it's like you're turning the page. We're turning the page into love. So whatever you needed to juggle, you needed to find this balance within this love story situation. We're turning the page here, and it's like learning from your past, learning how to deal with things. You've grown really wise and you gather a lot of information. Like you know so well what it is that you want because you know so well what it is that you don't want. It's still a pink border. We're still talking about romantic love. And we have a Phoenix rising in the back there. Phoenix rising from the ashes is the story of how you're like brought to your knees and maybe it's not all that much fun to look for or whatever that is in your life. But you have risen again, you're standing up and stronger than ever, and with all those lights going off around you, it's like there's one epiphany after the other, one aha moment after the other. It's like you're getting a new insight like every other second. It feels like you gathered so much information from your past. We're turning the page into a new type of love. There's a balance again. So I read underneath, it's Page of Ariel, and underneath it, right here, it describes the person, and it's being described as reliable, clever, educated, and balanced. So here's the balance again. So this could be, I thought at first that was your person, but this could really be you. That you're reliable, you're clever, you're educated, and you're balanced. And it's like you're preparing yourself. I think this is more for like single and separated people, because I don't see, this is more how you were dealing with things in the past, or even dealing with maybe exes, or dealing with things that's going on right now around you. I don't see necessarily that there has been a person that has come into your life yet, but they're just about to. And I just see this readiness. I just see how you have read up on everything. Not that you literally maybe have sat down to read books about it, but gathered enough information from your past. And then we have 7 of Ariel. So it's almost like a little intro here. It feels like there's more cards to be pulled, and there's like a little intro. And whatever you did up to this point, we'll have 7 of Ariel. So yet another pink border. It speaks about the romantic type of love. And you're holding the staff with a crystal on top of it. And the crystal just speaks about how it's like you're really high in your energy. You've really come a far way. And then if we talk about 7 is like a completion, but it's not a completion as number 10. 10 is like, okay, so we completed that whole thing. We're putting that behind us and we're now moving on. In a sense, it feels a tiny bit like that, but it's also like you've planned for this. Whatever you did, whatever movement you've had in your life, and whatever sort of past that you've learned from, we're taking that with us now. And now, like on the 7th day he rested. So whatever you built on the 6 days, whatever you planned for, whatever you went through in your past, has led up to this moment where you can just sort of sit back and relax now for a bit. Enjoy what's coming in. It's a lot of things blooming around you. You see in the past here that it was like a little dry spell going on. You didn't see all that much fruition. You didn't see all that much manifestation around you. But you're past that dry spell. It's like you're past this ebb in your life, and we're now into the flow here. It's like you switched completely from the ebb into the flow. And this always looks like, when you look at these in this, when I turn the card, it almost looks like little ducks in a row, having all your ducks in a row, sorting out your ducks, getting your ducks. What do you say? There's an expression in English about the ducks. The energy is that you're organizing yourself, you're getting things structured. And they look like ducks, but when I look at them here, it's no ducks. It's just flowers. And you probably see that as well. It's flowers. Maybe it's only me that sees ducks there. But getting your ducks in a row. Oh, you don't say that, do you? Oh, anyway, you found a way to reach to this place, get to this place where you've sorted yourself out, you're sorted your life out, and you're sort of ready to go. I still see you as single. I still see you as you're waiting for somebody. So let's see what comes out. What else for Libra? It's like you did the foundation of it. You laid the core there, and now it's like, now I'm ready to step into this new, to actually meet somebody new, or if you're separated, maybe have somebody come back into your life. So what else for Libra around this love story? Okay, in the future, I will have some sort of camera so that you can see. So I want to show you straight away. So yet another pink border, and then 2 purple cards. We have the Magician, we have 8 of Ariel, and then we have 0, Leap of Faith. That's so beautiful. And combined, it's like it's a little T going on here, like with all the pink on top and then the pink down in the middle, like crossing the T's. It's like you're just finishing up things in order for you to be ready to receive this person, or to be ready to get back with somebody. It's really beautiful. And Libra, you're having Magician energy right now, and it's interesting because the Magician energy has been following the latest. It's been coming out quite a lot, and when I've learned over the years that when something just keeps repeating like that, obviously it's me doing the reading. Obviously it's my vibration that everything passes through. So I would say, yes, your higher self knows that you're going to go in and listen to Libra, but you're going to get the answer that you want because you probably resonate the most with my vibration. And so therefore you probably would get a whole heck of a lot out of every reading because I'm doing the readings. Does that make sense? So obviously that's one part of it, that it's me that's bringing out the Magician every time, or a lot of the times. But also it's when I find that it's the collective, like it's not just one sign being in on this. One sign can really be just like people are in general. Certain people are more like in the leadership roles, and other people are more followers. Some people are sort of the center stage, and other people are more extras. And it's not like one is better and one is worse, and one likes it and one doesn't. It's just our different roles that we're playing. But sometimes when something comes out repeatedly like this, yeah, I feel like it's for the collective. So there's something for the collective as well as for you, Libra, that we're stepping into something more, I guess you could say, take more responsibility for your own life, understanding that you can take responsibility for your own life, that you are able to create whatever you want. And when the Magician comes out in the love story, it's all about sort of not settle for less, understanding that you really can create whatever relationship that you want. Not have, like, I have a dear friend of mine, and her past, not her third and now happy relationship, but her past 2 relationships, and maybe there's something to this because I'm telling you this story. The past 2 relationships before this third relationship, she felt like she didn't choose the person chose her, if that makes sense. Like, she just met somebody and they were interested in her, and she was flattered and she was excited, and she, you know, it wasn't like she hated the person, but she also didn't choose them. It wasn't her choice, really. It was yes, they really are into me, and that felt so good that they were into her, and so she sort of went along with it. And I think there's a lot of people that does that. They just go along with it. It's not really a full choice, and the best choice happens when both are choosing. And you're in this energy now that you get to choose, fully get to choose exactly. You have been able to choose in the past as well, but I think that you now are realizing that you're in this energy and that you can choose really whatever you want. So don't settle for less, Libra. Just step into this gorgeous energy that you're obviously carrying. It's rainbow energy. So it speaks about when it's balance again. So it speaks about when every energy center in your body is really in balance. And when that's really in balance, like you're so in alignment with yourself, you're going to start to attract accordingly. You're going to attract to that energy. So you're looking into something really awesome here. It's also the number 1, so it speaks about new beginnings. And we had new beginnings in the foundation of the today's date, 14. And then we have 8. Again, I want to say again, because the infinity sign came out here in this balancing act. That guy is really balancing stuff here. Living a bit on the edge, I would say. Maybe you don't have to be that close to the edge. And you're like, well, I can, so I will. So we have 8 of Ariel. So it's the infinity sign of love. It's like, and now it's becoming interesting here, because you looked at this card and it was like you gather all this information. You know what you don't want, and you know what you do want, because you know what you don't want. It becomes very clear what you do want. And you gather all this information. You've grown really wise, and we have all these books around you. But if you look at the books, you've opened them and they're there, but they're not really shining. They're not like super interesting to you. They're there and you're reading and you're doing a good job. And then we're here and you found something. You open a book and you found something. Something is of interest to you. Something is sparking, literally sparking an interest in you. We have the 8 of Ariels. The 8 is all about the infinity. So this is talking about that, like already here on Earth, we're talking about the longevity. Like you're meeting, this is like a long-term thing that you're looking into with this new or coming back separated situation. The infinity can also speak about having reincarnated on this earth many times and met them over and over again in different incarnations. That's number 8. That's the infinity. And then we also have the figure 8 is so above, so below, so in heaven, so on earth. So it's a strong manifestational number. You're bringing this in. And you cannot not bring it in, because being the magician, you are a magnet. You're attracting really good things right now and bringing it in. And you know what you want. You open this book and it's like, there's the information I want. Here's what I'm looking for. So whether you have just met this person, or you're just about to meet this person, or this is a separated situation and you know who this person is and they're coming back, you're seeing something. You're seeing something new, or seeing something that you really are liking. You're really enjoying this. And this Ariel is a love angel who's there pointing it out. Like, look at how beautiful this is. And then it's talking about like, just completely be yourself, completely be your Libra self, being the just person that you are. And you've been asked to take a leap of faith, to just believe in yourself and to just stay with your heart and just take a leap of faith. Because I think there's something to it. There's the ducks in a row. You say ducks in a row. There's the ducks again. You see how the ducks are walking one after the other? So you've gotten your ducks in a row and they've gotten their ducks in a row. I think this is your person. And your person is coming with a dog. They might literally come with a dog, but if it's just being described, it's more like they're loyal and trustworthy. You can have faith in them. You can lean on them. It's a really, really good energy here, guys. And so you're being asked to take a leap of faith because you can trust this. Okay, I'm going to move into the extended. And I just want to say that I lowered the price for the extended. So maybe that's just a tiny bit of a contribution on my part, as long as people are struggling a bit in the world right now. And it feels like on the day when I lower the price, I started to get a bit more donations. So I'm really grateful for that. Thank you so much. So yeah, if you resonate with this reading, you probably resonate with the extended as well. So you're welcome there if you want to. Then the link is in the description box down below. If this is where we go our separate ways, then thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you back soon. Take care, guys. Bye.